I bought my boyfriend a Christmas present.
And he hated it and punched you.
Hey! Welcome to Worthless Clowns, a podcast about how stupid we all are. I'm Brittany Cardwell. My Instagram's Bretonus Cardwell.
And I'm Ali O'Neill. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Ali O'Neill. Also, you should follow us on YouTube.
Yeah, and follow the pod on Instagram.
Yeah, Worthless Clowns on Instagram. And then we have a YouTube channel, so you can see how weird I'm sitting right now.
Yeah. And how robotic I look usually.
Oh, I just kicked you. How embarrassing. We had forced
intimacy. We got some comments from one's from Johnny Dukes. Keep listening.
Keep listening, Johnny Dukes. We love you. Our number one fan. Him and Racine and Maggie.
He was standing up for me because Racine wouldn't let me tell my story.
Oh, yeah. And then you never ended up telling it.
Yeah, I never told it. But somebody's supportive.
Yeah.
Across the Atlantic. I got it. I was going to say Pacific.
Just say river.
Ocean.
Fuck. I didn't even get the body of water right. Jesus Christmas. Brittany, how are you?
I'm good. I was in DC last week, as you know, and it was really fun. I was doing some work stuff and did a bunch of spots. Comedy was fun. DC, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Did I tell you this?
It's really big and clean, and the streets are wide and weird. That's how I felt when I was there.
That is how it feels.
Everything's so far. It makes you feel really small when you're walking through the streets of DC.
Yeah.
In certain places, I don't know, in the places that I was in.
It felt like more
a corporate
suburby
city
than I thought it would.
Oh.
It's a city, but it reminded me of when I lived in suburbs at the same time. Maybe that's the feeling I had there. Yeah. There's something about it where I was like, this feels like the thing I really hate and had to escape. I just said escape.
Escape.
And everyone, I think I might have told you this. I feel like I heard so many conversations that were just about movies.
Oh, yeah.
There was nothing going on there.
Yeah.
As much as it's the political center
of
the universe.
Oh. The whole universe, America.
Yeah. But it was all movie.
You're wearing corduroys.
I'm going to grab your foot later. It's going to be a surprise. You're not going to know when.
And I'm going to be like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'll make sure it's a cute noise.
Yeah. Yeah, I am wearing corduroys, which is stupid because it's kind of hot out, but I'm sick of all my clothes, Ali.
We gotta go shopping.
Sick of my clothes, sick of my life. Not.
Wow.
Got you good. We should go shopping. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Remember that one time we went shopping for dresses, and then whenever I go shopping, I'm excited to find something cool, and then I fucking get exhausted in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I get overstimulated by all the options.
Yeah, so do I.
You know?
And that's why I only shop alone. Because I want to do it with a friend, but then I'm I feel like I can't manage another person.
Yes.
Because there's too much going on. And because I shop so infrequently now, I'll spend the whole day or 4 hours doing it.
Yeah.
I don't just do it. I don't just pop into places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, we shopped for 3 hours and found literally nothing.
Yeah.
Because we were looking for dresses for a wedding. So it was you know.
Yeah.
The wedding, Cindy, we're talking about it again.
This is going to be the only other one she listens to. And she's going to be see, it is about weddings.
Yeah, I know.
This is our one non-fan, declared non-fan of the podcast. Allie's very good friend.
Yeah, my very good friend,
who listened
Cindy.
to the first episode. We've already talked about this, but she listened to the first episode. It was about the wedding we went to last year.
Yeah.
And she was like,
you just talk about the wedding.
She thinks that's the whole theme of the podcast.
I know, yeah. She thinks that's the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever.
And in DC, I went and saw a death metal show.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it was real fun. I told you this. It was weird because I went there, I started walking there expecting it to be in a dive bar, you know, and have a certain look and be really grungy.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up on Google as I was going, and it's this really fancy restaurant. And so then I thought I was going to the wrong place for a long time. I arrived and they shut down the whole restaurant for this metal show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. It was just such a weird contrast.
And then you sent me a voice memo because you were upstairs eating, right? Before you went down to the metal show. And you sent me a voice memo where you're like, this is what it sounds like. And then it's like,
Yeah.
It's like fucking vibrating through the walls as you're eating your burger or whatever.
Yeah, it was fun.
And then last night
we went to
another metal
show at Lucky 13.
And the week before that, we went to a punk show.
Oh, yeah, we did. And tomorrow we're going to a punk show.
Heavy leg.
With Dave Ross, who we're going to force to be on this podcast.
He would love to be on this goddamn podcast.
Months. He'll be on it.
He'll love to be on it.
Let's clip that, put it on Instagram. Then he'll be like, oh, yeah, it should be on it.
Yeah.
We don't even have to ask.
I feel like we don't. I feel like. Why are you making such a big thing of this? And then he'll just be like,
wait, what's the date?
Yeah. But yeah, last night we went to a metal show and all the bands were like fine. One band was really good. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed their like stage presence. I don't want to like
whose shirt you got?
Yeah. And it's a good shirt. And they were like, dude, it glows in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, it does?
Yeah.
It looks like it would, but I didn't think.
Dude, I'm so excited for my glow in the dark.
And then the other
shirt.
one looked like a magic eye painting.
Yeah. It was so cool. The one that I have has a rat on it.
Nice.
rat.
I said the magic eye thing to them and they're like, oh, yeah, it's supposed to be this. And then they pointed to the album cover and they're like, yeah, you can't really tell. So like I accidentally insulted them.
Yeah. But we were like talking to these guys. They were like real nice. They were very like New York guys. And one guy was like chewing a lot of gum. And he was like
we're like, so that's your thing on stage, huh? You chew gum?
Yeah, he went up to this. He was like the bassist or something, but he was a guitarist, but he was not like, he wasn't the singer. And he like went up to the mic like in between songs. And he was like, yeah, this next song is called You're Losing That Solitaire. How do you do that? And then and then after we were talking to him, and I'm like, you're chewing a lot of gum, huh? And then he's like, yeah, they say that it makes your jaw stronger.
Oh yeah, he's doing it for fitness reasons.
They should make gums that are like more what's the word? Like chewy, I guess. I was gonna say viscous, but I
kind of like it's like a different weight level. Almost.
There's more resistance. Yeah. And then that guy can get a big strong jaw.
He's like, I'm on the red gum now. I'm advancing.
Like karate.
Yeah. Wait. What's the name of their band? We should shut them out.
It's called The Third Kind.
The Third Kind.
They're good. You should go see them.
They were fun. They were really fun.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should read, so it was very loud in there because it was a metal show. Mm-hmm. And I wrote about, me and Brittany were talking back and forth through our notes app.
Oh, yeah.
We should read the things that are in our...
Oh, I didn't write as many down, but I wrote a bunch of notes about things I thought yesterday during the show. You go first.
Oh,
wait. Before we went in, we were like paying and getting stamped, and one of the bands was setting up. Oh, that was before you were there. I was with Katrina. And they were about to play a song, and they're like, this one's called Life is Devastating. Dude, almost as though it was a joke, like a bit.
I know. I love metal bands because it's like everybody thinks that it's like intense and like masculine and whatever, but it's just all about feelings.
Yeah.
It's all about them.
And I loved when they all were like, we're really good friends on stage.
Yeah,
like, they didn't say that, but they'd like go join up and be all like honky together.
Honky? Clowns?
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing I wrote was, this is what the last band was lacking, jorts.
Oh, yeah, you said something really funny about the lady. There was like a female, well, I don't know how she identifies, but a lead singer who like looked like a woman. Now I'm getting into the weeds on whatever.
You fucking transphobic piece of shit. I don't know. She was, there was a person.
There was a person.
And they were wearing like, the tank top from like, I would say that was fashionable in like 2010.
Target. For sure.
Like a Target tank top where it's like
it's very, like long.
It's long and it's like flowy at the bottom, and then they were wearing like leggings.
Yeah.
And like if they didn't have a chest tattoo, they would look like an elementary school teacher on their day off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one. And then Katrina's like, oh yeah, she sniffs glue before this in preparation. Elmer's glue.
There you go. You got there.
I almost said Elmer's Fudd.
Why isn't there something called Elmer's Fudge?
There probably is.
There better be.
Yeah.
Disney, hire me.
Yeah, and then all the names of the songs. Oh yeah, the last band.
Oh my god, the last band was fantastic, but not in the
music.
way. Yeah,
not the music or the actual performance during songs.
Yeah.
It was just between songs.
It was between songs. They were like, okay, so nobody's gonna get this, but every guy in that band was the bartender at the Grizzly Pear.
Yeah.
It's like who I think
different stages of life.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like who I think I come across as, like my dad, just like a 50-year-old man who's entirely too much.
Yeah.
And all three of them were like
he was the one that screamed, "You're losing it, Solitaire? How do you even do that?" And then there was one woman.
And there was one woman who didn't talk the entire time.
Yeah.
And here's something else that I wrote. I love it when they make their guitars kiss.
Yeah.
Because, when like the two, like a band is playing together and then the two guitarists like go up and they like play at each other's guitars.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love that too. It's so fun. Oh, I didn't tell you this. I was going to write it down, but then he stopped doing it. So it didn't make any, I was going to show you over the phone, but did you notice in the last band? No, the band who, if they listen to this, I don't know if they want to hear this, but he was guitaring so fast that he looked like he was jerking off. Like it really looked like it. It looked like a really, really rough.
And he's like sweating and standing up with
but he's sweating and smiling.
Yeah.
Like looking up.
I feel like it's hard to play a guitar fast without looking like you're jerking off.
Yeah.
Because like this is the whole shape. Like this.
It's
you're like and you're like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was really fun. That's all I got. I thought there'd be more on it. Oh, we're gonna make a t-shirt that we're gonna sell as merch one day. It's gonna be this. Well, I'll put a picture of it. It's me and my brothers holding a really fat cat called Vincent who died.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it's gonna have like metal font, like the scary sticks that you can't read.
Yeah, those metal band logos that look like a pile of sticks.
Yeah. And it's gonna say horse toilet, but you're not gonna be able to read it. That's gonna be some of our merch. So look out for that.
Yeah, look out for that. and then we're gonna do the big time shirt. I feel like those two are good.
Those two are good.
Because I love that photo. That's a great photo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What else about the metal bands? I don't know. Whatever.
Everyone was short.
I know. Once they got off. Okay, I won't say that. But once they got off stage, I was like, all these guys are so tiny. Yeah. They're like all my height, and I'm 5'1". Yeah, I'm so little.
Everyone was your height.
I know. Everybody, and like you were towering over everybody.
Oh my God, I felt like a monster.
And you're like 5'6" or whatever, and like you're just like towering over all of these tiny, like absolutely jacked men.
Yeah, I felt like I was hanging out with like a
bunch of kids,
a bunch of preteens or something.
Preteens.
That's what it's like hanging with you. But when it's a group, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, you're like, I'm a monster. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's why my neck's sore today. Because I was hanging it down for you guys.
Don't put this on us. Don't put this on all of all the shawties, all the goth shawties. Do you have a stupid story?
Yeah. I got a few to choose from.
I think you should do the shorter one. I read your text, but I didn't respond to
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do the short one. I told you this one the other day. One time I played soccer in high school. Mm-hmm. And
oh yeah.
We sucked. We really sucked.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What? You didn't make it to nationals?
No, not even close. We lost every game for 4 years.
Yeah. Every game?
Yeah, we tied like one game. And I kept being like, should I switch to volleyball this year? Because I really liked volleyball too.
Yeah.
But
you do love hopping up and down.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be really good at that.
I like serving a lot. Where you gotta kind of kind of jump.
I thought you meant like at a restaurant.
I love this. Man, dude, I gotta get into volleyball again.
Yeah.
The set, like, what's it called when you do this?
Bump?
It's a set, right?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Bump is when you got your arms down and they're like open.
This is me saying things super confidently with no information.
Oh yeah, bump set is when your fingertips hit it, and then spike is when it goes down.
When you go like, whoop-pa!
Yeah. I remember.
You have to watch us on YouTube in order to see what we're doing.
Whoop-pa!
Whoop-pa!
No, you can imagine that. You know what that is.
No, you can't. Watch us on YouTube. You can't imagine
I remember my Actually, wait, now I got to tell you about volleyball a little bit before
fucking lay it on
the main
me, dude.
thing. So we had this coach, Mr. Higgins.
Okay, that is the most coach name I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, I remember serving one time and he goes, "That's lunch."
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Like good?
I think it was good.
Lunch is the worst meal of the day.
Yeah, I'm not that into lunch.
I'm not that into lunch.
Okay.
Lunch is always a hassle because it happens when I'm trying to do stuff.
Yeah, I'm always in the middle of something and I'm like, "Gah!" Like I'm taking care of it. Kind of
it
feels like.
You know what I do for lunch most days?
Granola bar.
Sometimes it'll be a granola bar,
Mm-hmm.
but I just can't like make food in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have like a bunch of pieces of salami and then cheese sticks and like a banana.
Oh, I do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
I'll have like a bunch of random single things.
An assortment of
shit.
Yeah. And and like I do that like every day.
Yeah.
And I'm just like making sure I'm having enough calories. I'm just like, all right, well, this is fucking, and then this and then this.
But not feeling interrupted. That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah. Because I can't like cook, or I'll eat just like I'll eat a whole can of tuna and then eat like a tomato like an apple.
Yeah.
It's like so insane. I'll just take a handful of spinach and be like,
"That's lunch."
That's lunch.
When you finish, you're all proud of your accomplishment. You're like, "That's lunch."
I'm at my office in a cubicle, and then I'm like, "That's lunch." And then everybody's like, "Ali, can you stop vaping in your cubicle?"
The end of lunch. So anyway, volleyball. I'll tell you one more thing about the other coach, Mr. Sudovich. Real weird, real creepy. Would always like.
I like how you crossed your arms. You did this.
I had to because he made everyone so uncomfortable.
Oh wait, he was creepy, like
very creepy
towards the kids,
towards the middle school. This was middle school too.
That's
middle school ladies.
Disgusting.
He would like, I don't know, after practice or whatever, he would like tell you things that you did good or whatever, but then he'd like grab your hand and he'd hold your hand for way too long.
Yeah.
And like look you in the eye, and you'd be so close to him that you could see all the whiteheads on his chin. He had like a stubble, and then he just had like probably 100 whiteheads on his chin. It was like either they're all ingrown hairs or they're always there.
Honestly, it sounds like a fungal infection.
Yeah, maybe. Oh man, he was weird. Anyway, high school soccer. Oh no, this was middle school. Doesn't matter. We lost every game in high school. In middle school, Mr. Higgins was the coach for soccer as well. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that makes sense because of volleyball, but whatever. He probably,
people can have more than one job.
Yeah.
You think he did coaching soccer full time?
Yeah, maybe we had practice on different days or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wish I played a sport in high school, dude. I would have been so good at sports.
Yeah, you seem like you would have.
Dude, first of all, I'm incredibly competitive for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm extremely competitive even when I know I'm wrong. Second of all, I had so much energy.
Like when you're like, this is the way we're walking, this is the right direction.
Yeah, I do that at least once a day. I'm like, no, I promise it's this way. And then we walk the wrong way for 10 minutes and then I look at my phone again. I'm like, oh, and then fucking, and also I feel like I'm athletic. I know that's crazy because I've never played a sport in my entire life, but I feel like
Well, you ran a bunch.
That's true.
Point, right?
Yeah. I have like the lower half of a body of like a power lifter, and then I have really broad shoulders. I feel like I would be athletic. And my brother's very athletic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he played basketball, but like when he was like fucking 10. My family just never put me in sports. I remember I asked my mom to put me in soccer, and then she's like, okay, and then never did it. So then I just had to do theater instead, and now I'm annoying.
Annoying.
Did I tell you?
I'm too expressive.
Yeah, I told you that. I think I told you this. I don't know if I said this on the pod, but when I was in high school and I did theater, I was always cast as the villain in every play. They were always like, yeah. You're gonna be. Also, like there was like we did a Shakespeare play, and the villain was a man, and I was still cast as it.
Didn't you say in improv too? Like that was the problem they had with you, is that you always played the villain?
No.
Oh.
I was too mean.
Oh, you're too mean.
Yeah.
Oh.
I spent thousands of dollars on improv classes at UCB, and I always got the note in every single class that I was too mean.
Were you like, but I'm not saying no, which is the only thing you're not allowed to do.
Yeah. I was like doing everything.
Would you be like, yes, and you're ugly?
Yeah.
Yes, and that shirt doesn't fit you very well.
I'm like, yes, and you're a stupid bitch. And then they're like, Ali. I'm like, oh, sorry. Whoops. Oh, God.
Okay, so soccer.
Oh, back to soccer. Yeah.
So one day we were doing practice and they were having us like warm up or something. We were running laps around the track. And I didn't want to fully run laps. We would all kind of like slack off when we could, you know? And it was kind of, remember that being a fun thing in school?
Yeah, like trying to slack off but not get
slacking
caught
off,
for it.
But it was more like a bonding experience with the other people.
Yeah,
like we're all slacking together. Ooh. It was like kind of like doing something scary.
We're all slacking together. Ooh.
Same with like skipping a class. It'd be like, if you're doing it together, it's like, oh, we're really good friends now.
Yeah. Because it's like being Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
with Thelma and Louise. Yeah. You're like, we're committing crimes together.
Yeah, it's like deciding to bomb a building with your friend.
Okay, no, no, Brittany.
Okay, all right.
Anyway. Too far. This is another dead body thrown in the lake. You're like, it's like when you try to blow up the Oklahoma State House. Fucking relax, Brittany. The FBI. Oh, what if we get more listeners if we make terroristic threats on this podcast? Do you like it, FBI?
Yeah. Oh, those listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their IP addresses are all scrambled or something. I don't know how it works.
I think that... Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Talk about soccer. This has gone off the fucking rails.
This story's supposed to be short.
I know.
So, we're doing our warm-up laps. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to slack off too. And me and my friends were all goofing off. And we started walking because Mr. Higgins, his head was turned like he was doing something. His back was to us.
Yeah.
So the whole time we're like, oh, we'll just walk while his back is to us. So we kept turning our heads back to like check to see if he was looking. So I was walking, turned my head is back. And I don't want doing this. I'm like,
you're jerking off two cocks and walking.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what you're doing.
So my head's back, looking at Mr. Higgins. He starts to turn. So then I start running, but my head's still back looking at him. As soon as I started running, I ran into a pole. And I hit my head so hard. Like I had like a huge bump.
Dude,
after that. I like had to stop practice and everything.
You got to slack off.
Yeah, it worked.
Dude, but also, okay, and Mr. Higgins.
And all my friends were like, yeah, that's the best.
They're like, we also ran into the pole. Yeah. Dude, also in Mr. Higgins's mind, you just ran into a pole.
Right into a pole right when you looked at me.
Yeah.
He probably thought he caused it.
Yeah. Well, you just
and I think I was laughing when I started running because I had just been slacking, and I was like, "You like, got it at the right time." Yeah, you know, I'm running now. Right. I ran right into a pole.
The reason why you told me this story is because I was like, sometimes Betty, my dog, will be looking back at something when she's walking, and then she'll turn around and hit her big, huge head. Like, she'll bonk it into something. Yeah. She'll, like, break a telephone pole with her 50-pound head. Yeah, and then you're like, I did that once.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was awful. That could have been real bad.
Yeah, you could have broke your nose or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, he was like right here.
Oh,
it was like right next to my nose.
Oh, I have a friend from college whose dad, got in a bar fight and then like punched somebody in the nose. And apparently if you punch somebody in the nose, like right here at the tip, there's like a bone in your nose that can go into your brain.
And lobotomize you?
Well, I mean, I don't think that's what it is.
Give you a COVID test?
Yeah. And then he got a COVID test in 1987. Can you believe that? No, but the bone went into his brain and killed him immediately.
Oh my God.
And then his dad spent like 10 years in jail for like manslaughter.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? Voluntary manslaughter.
How often does that happen?
I have no idea.
Jesus.
So don't punch anybody in the nose, Brittany. I know you've been fucking trying.
I got punched once.
In the face?
Yeah, I think it was in my nose. It was an accident. It was an accident.
Oh.
Sorry, now I'm telling two stories, but I'll just do this one real fast, I promise.
Okay. I better not hear any tangents.
I bought my boyfriend a Christmas present.
And he hated it and punched you. He was like,
you don't know me at all.
I said I didn't like red.
I bought him a Christmas present, and it was I bought him like a big stocking, and I just put a bunch of stuff in it. I don't know what was in it. Mm-hmm. And he opened it up and took it all out and was all excited. And then he put the stocking on his head. and we were with a bunch of his friends.
And he started swinging?
He did. He was just like being really goofy. And he put the stocking on his head and was just like punching around and like laughing. And he hit me so hard. I somehow got in the way and he hit me so hard in my nose. I think I cried a little. Like, it wasn't like, it was very painful, but it was like short.
It's shocking, yeah.
It's like real painful short. And then after, it just felt like numbness almost.
Yeah, also your eyes water when you get punched in the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been punched in the face like a couple of times.
From a fight.
Yeah. But most girl fights are like hair pulling and scratching. It's not a lot of punching, but if you land one, it sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks a lot.
In the nose or?
No,
cheeks?
I've always had it like here. I remember it was like my cheekbone and then it swelled up.
Oh, man, I just thought of so many related stories. I'm not doing them now. I'm going to write them down after this.
Okay, cool. And then fucking what else? I don't know. I was going to say something else about getting punched in the face. I don't know. I forget. But let me tell my stupid story real quick and then we'll get into our little posty.
Oh,
okay.
I can't see the time.
Oh, it's 4:33.
Okay.
Oh God, sorry. Inside baseball, guys.
Now they know too much.
Now they know too much. Now they know what time of day we record our pods.
Yeah.
It's 8 a.m. and we're drinking. We just started a podcast so we can drink.
Oh, it happened. I told her I'd grab her foot and I did it.
Is it wet? Ooh,
I
it's
forgot
wet.
until you wiggled it around in my periphery.
It's my foot's wet. Touch it again.
No, I don't want to touch it again.
Dude, also, this is another thing. So I'm a sweaty guy. I'm a real sweaty guy. And I whenever I like sit down for a while, like, and I get up, my butt's always wet from my ass sweat. And actually, like, my friend who I was going home with the other night, who I was on the train with, we were like standing there and he's like, why are you sweating like you're being interrogated? And we're like standing. This is a man that I'm like kind of seeing. And like, you know, when you like hang out all night and it was like hot outside and then you just have to stand in the fluorescent lighting of the train station.
Ugh.
And then I'm like, please don't look at me in the eyes.
Yeah.
And like, it was just nuts. And he's like, why are you sweating like you're being interrogated? I'm like, I'm just like this. But yeah, so my ass gets like real sweaty. And so every time it's really sweaty, I'm like, Brittany, touch it. And
then
she's
she
like,
makes
no.
me. She makes me.
And then I'm like, no, Brittany, come on, touch it. And you always say no, but then you always end up doing it. And then you're like, yep, it's wet.
And then I look away for a while.
And then we can't make eye contact because we just had some intimacy.
The other night, Ali was like, I thought you looked really pretty tonight. And then we had to like joke and act like we hated each other after that and be like, fuck you, for it to be comfortable again.
So then we do this thing where we're like, you look really nice, and then flip each other off. We're like, you look real nice.
You look really nice tonight. Fuck you, bitch.
It's the only way we can make this relationship work.
It's like a peanut butter dog pill thing.
The pill is the compliment, and the peanut butter is the flipping off.
Yeah, it's like the opposite to the dog.
Yeah. But sorry, let me tell my story. Then we'll get into it. So, the other night we went to Katie Boyle's album release party at New York Comedy Club. Fucking Katie Boyle, she's a great comic. She's a great Irish comic, and
we'll get her on too.
Yeah, we got to get her on. We got to download her fucking album. It's called "I'll Do It Myself." It's on iTunes and all the other places. And it hit #1. And it's pretty.
Oh my god!
Yeah, pretty sick. She got above Matt Rife.
Whoa!
Matt Rife was #1, and then she went to #1, which is so great.
Check out Matt Rife and see if you can figure out what's going on there.
I know. See if you can figure out why people think he's fucking funny.
Ooh, we're gonna start our first controversy.
Ooh, yeah, dude, let's start a beef with Matt Rife.
I'm in.
Yeah, fuck you, Matt Rife. You look like a marionette boy. Everybody the whole thing about Matt Rife is that like people think he's hot, but he literally he looks like Pinocchio to me.
Oh wait, I was thinking of the guy who's faking stuff.
Oh no, that's another guy.
I can't remember who Matt Rife is.
Matt Rife is the one who like everybody thinks is hot, and then the only people who go to his shows are like moms and their daughters who want to fuck him.
Oh, okay.
And he's like horribly unfunny. And then also somebody told me, I'm not gonna say who it was or what the price was, but somebody told me that like Live Nation gave him like millions of dollars for a tour.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he's like, just came up all of the sudden. Huh. And he's like, I don't know, whatever.
Huh.
He's just one of those people
check out Matt Rife, check out Katie Boyle. Check out.
Don't you dare say their names together.
The band Three.
Oh, three of the third kind.
The third kind.
Three of
we're
a
just
kind.
merging audience.
Yeah, we're like Katie Boyle, fucking
Hey,
Matt Rife.
Any
and
press
three of
is
a kind.
good press, right?
Let's start a beef with Katie Boyle, Matt Rife, and the third kind. We're doing it, dude. We're fucking doing it.
Oh yeah, yesterday we were talking to the third kind, and they found out we were comics and we have a pod, and I was like, call the pod tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
leave us a message.
Yeah.
We'll play it. And I was way more into the idea than they were.
Yeah, and then they were like, okay, and we're like, no, fucking do it. Also, I wasn't in the beginning of that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I just turn around and you're being like, you should call the pod. And I was like, this is the most insane thing to say to strangers. Call into our pod that has,
that you don't listen to.
That has 2 listeners, that both of which we can name.
I can name and imagine in detail.
I know, yeah. Anyway.
Wait, your story.
Oh, yes. So it was, we were at New York Comedy Club, and then Katie Boyle asked me to do the check spot at her show, because it was like a show album release thing. And that was the first time I've ever performed at New York. Mm-hmm. And so it was very exciting, but I was also like 4 beers in. Yeah. And it was 12:30. And so I was like, this is going to fucking suck. And so, like, I go up on stage and, like, nobody's listening. It's a check spot. Like, everybody's doing their own shit. And, like, a lot of the people there are, like, Katie's friends. And so they're, like, talking and whatever. And nobody was listening to me. And there was a guy who was sitting, like, in the front row. And he had a shirt on that said military, but then it also had, like, an Amazon, like, it was like it was like the Amazon symbol, but it said military. Oh. And every single person.
Other comics described it, and I imagine it completely different from that.
Because you know how Amazon
has
font. Amazon font, and then it has the little arrow that says A to Z. Mm-hmm. And then, like, it said military, but then it had the arrow underneath it. Ah. So that's what it was.
So weird.
Yeah. And so every comic commented on it.
Yeah.
And so there was like a lull. There's a lot of me being like, you guys think you're having a bad time? I'm having a bad time. Which is like what I do when I don't like audiences.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys think that you're having a bad time? I have to live in here. Okay. Which is also what I say to every boyfriend. But and so like I was just like, I can't believe this guy. Every comic commented on it. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I can't believe this guy's wearing a fucking Amazon military shirt. Yeah. And then he like mimed taking his shirt off. And I was like, yeah, fucking do it. Take your shirt off. Take your fucking shirt off. And he's like, no. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess we all learned that the Amazon military is a bunch of fucking pussies. And then he took his shirt off. He took his shirt off, whipped it around, and then threw it on the stage.
Like a helicopter.
Yeah.
He did the whole, which is not that manly, to be honest.
No.
Swinging something around your head.
Like, woo,
yeah.
Woo.
It's like cowboy.
Like a lasso.
If it's a lasso, that's fine. That is manly. If it's anything else, that's kind of girly.
No, because that's like what women do when they're like in strip clubs. They're like, she's my cherry pie.
Yeah.
And then she like takes it off and you see her C-section scar. But anyway, so... But then, so then he took his shirt off and threw it on the stage. Yeah. And then I was like, wow, I can't do any more bits for the rest of the night because nothing will be good after this.
And was that towards the end of your set?
No, that was like a quarter of the way into it.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to know what to do after that.
Yeah, but then I did bits and like the people who were paying attention were having a good time. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, wow, cool.
What were you saying about it? Did you say this to him or did you just only say it to me? Were you like... That's how you get men to do something?
Oh,
you call them a pussy?
Yeah, I did say that on stage where I was like, dude, if you call a dude a pussy, he will literally do anything. Like, you know how many dudes I've gotten to like smooch each other in bars? Yeah. Because I'm like, you guys are a bunch of pussies. And they're like, no, we're not. Oh, God. All right, man. Let's get into our little postie.
That's how I'll get some guy to fix my toilet in my shower.
Yeah, you should call your landlord a pussy. Yeah. Call your super a pussy.
Yeah, and then he'll do it faster than normal.
Then he'll be like, I'm not a pussy. Let me fix your toilet. He's like, see, I'm not a pussy. He immediately comes over. Oh, my God. Okay.
And he's chewing gum like real strong.
Yeah, and he's like, I got a big jaw. We love you, the third kind. We just thought it was funny. We're not making fun of you. Funny. We're acting like they met us and then they're immediately going to listen to our fucking podcast.
Hey, who knows? He followed us.
Maybe we're making friends. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. All right. So
they seem like they'd like to be roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah.
Based on almost no information.
Based on zero information, we talked to them for like 20 minutes after the show and then followed each other on Instagram. But then I like posted that video of them where I go to you and then you flip off.
Oh yeah.
And then the guy, the gum chewing guy responded and he was like, "Oh hell yeah."
Oh yeah, he wrote back to mine too.
Yeah,
because I wrote fake lyrics for that song, which I don't think anyone has gotten the joke yet. Did you get it?
I don't get the joke. I thought you were just doing random shit.
I mean, it's pretty just random. But I wrote the vanilla serpent and the Dorito flavored river. Get it?
No.
It's like that Limp Bizkit song.
Oh, it's like hot dog flavored water and the chocolate starfish. Yeah. That's what it is. How the fuck would anybody get that, Brittany? That is such a deep cut. Well,
it'd be fun if they did, though.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, wow, this person's real thoughtful. Then we'd go on a date. That's all it takes for me.
Brittany's like, this is how I'm
like putting a puzzle or a riddle together. I'm like, I like that guy.
Yeah, and you're like, will you marry me? Okay, I'm gonna get into the post of some internet user doing something stupid online. All right.
What internet space is he using?
Reddit.
Okay.
Oh God, I got phlegm. Okay, so
never seen you do that.
Dude, the other day I was wearing my sunglasses and I was talking to Lizzie and Dwayne, and then my sunglasses like pulled one of my eyebrow hairs, and then I went, oh, just out of nowhere. I was talking to them and I was like, yeah, really? Oh, because I didn't know what happened, and nobody could see what happened.
And you're in the middle of that cool move where you start taking your sunglasses off.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh. Okay. Okay. So first, this is a throw. Oh, wait, sorry. Am I the asshole for telling my aunt to flash those tits for a family group photo? Okay, so first, this is a throwaway account. Writing on a cell phone. English isn't my first language. Also, I want to say I don't think or feel I am the asshole here, but considering my mother's reaction, I want it up for judgment. So
he doesn't speak English. He didn't know the phrase he was using.
Yeah, I know. I want it
up for judgment. He thought he was saying good morning.
Oh, you mean flash those tits?
Yeah.
He's like, the only English language stuff I watch is porn. Yeah. So I thought I was just saying hello.
Yeah.
So background first. I'm what you call fat. Been working on it, but still a long way to go.
That's such a weird way to phrase that.
I know. Hey, English is not his first language. I've always been large, and I've always had what you call a baby face. It's something that I've been bullied for growing up, so it's a sensitive topic in general. My aunt is an individual who likes to get her way. If she doesn't, she will push until it goes her way. She is also the kind of person who likes to joke at others' expense, but never her own. If someone would joke about her, she would be sulky or tell them off. I am not fond of her due to being a target of her many jokes over the years, mainly for being big. Now to the event itself. We were celebrating my grandmother's birthday this weekend. Everyone was vaccinated. Don't worry. This must have been written in 2021. Yeah. And all my cousins, not her children, uncles, aunts, and their spouses were there. My aunt was hosting. Everyone except my sister, who just last week had a baby. She had an infection, and with RS virus and COVID, she was still at the hospital and could not attend, which is a shame because my nephew was the first great-grandchild.
Okay.
So
getting into a lot of background.
I know, this is a lot. This is how you talk.
Yeah.
So it was decided that we would send a copy of our yearly family photo. When we were setting up the shoot, my aunt said that she had been planning something. She comes out with a big toddler cap and a pacifier, saying that I should wear it and use the pacifier sitting in the front as a fun gesture to my sister. I was pretty horrified and said, "No way!" Exclamation point.
Oh, that sounds like he's excited.
I know.
Like someone brought him pizza and he was real hungry.
No way!
Yeah, like they knew that
I've been wanting pizza.
Yeah.
My aunt just replied, "Yes, you will. It will be fun." When I said no a second time, this time with emphasis, she raised her voice saying, "Don't be difficult. Come on, put it on." My mother just sighed and said just to indulge her, knowing my aunt will push until I do. Well, here is the thing. I don't know what I was thinking, but I said, "Okay, I'll do it if you go topless and pretend to breastfeed me."
What?
Everyone just went quiet, and my aunt's eyes widened and just said, "Excuse me?" in a very offended tone. I followed up with a, "Come on, flash those tits." and all hell broke loose.
He went further after everyone looked around and was like,
I know, dude.
This is a family event.
Yeah. He leaned into
related.
this. He absolutely leaned into this. He said,
It's the same thing as making me look like a baby.
Yeah.
Flash the tits.
Flash those tits, Auntie Anne. That's pretzels. It's Auntie Anne.
The pretzel company. Yeah.
I followed up with a, come on, just flash those
tits, Captain Crunch. Flash those tits, Men's Warehouse. This podcast has become like a
flash those tits, Panasonic
word.
Flash those tits, toilet bowl exhaust system.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. We got okay. Let's end the podcast. No,
if only the toilet flashed its tits, it would have gotten some attention.
Yeah, your dad should sell toilets with a pair of tits on them. Business would be booming.
That's our next. That's our keychain merch we're gonna have.
Oh, a toilet with tits on it. A keychain. Toilet tits, dude. Toilet tits. Toilet with tits. Dude, where would the tits go?
I think it's on the
on the back.
Yeah,
or the front.
I think it's on the tank or under the. Yeah, it could be under the bowl.
All right, let me finish this post
like
and then
udders, though. If it's under, it's like cow.
What if the tits are coming out of the toilet bowl so you could shit on them?
I don't know.
If you could piss on them, piss and shit on them. Okay, let me finish this. I'm sorry. Let me follow this. Okay, I followed up with a come on, flash those toilet tits, and all hell broke loose. My cousin's giggling. My mother and aunt stood choking with their mouths open. My aunt's husband shouted out, "What the fuck did you just say to my wife? Get the fuck out of my house." More than happy to comply, I took my car keys and left, accidentally leaving my parents to a $60 cab bill since I was their lift. When my mom and that dad came home, my mom was furious and said she had never been more embarrassed and I needed to apologize, which I just shook my head saying I won't. She deserved it in my opinion. She grounded me. And has not spoken to me since. My aunt also kicked me out of our WhatsApp group and Facebook group. So I need an outside perspective on things.
Man.
Am I the asshole? No. This aunt sucks.
This aunt sucks. She's bullied you over the years. She wanted you to wear a costume for her benefit.
Also, like, if she
doesn't like her tits. Clearly.
Yeah, I know. If she liked her tits, if she liked her tits, then she would be more than happy to throw a tit in that little baby's mouth.
Yeah.
Throw it.
What if he was like, "Hey, okay, I get it's weird if you have to put your real tits in my mouth. So here's some fake tits for you
with a toilet attached to them."
To put in my mouth, and she's just holding a toilet with tits.
Dude, okay, if toilet
I
tits
stopped listening after we talked about toilets with tits because I couldn't stop thinking
picturing it. Dude, okay, if toilet tits were real, would it be tits on a toilet or would it be ladies with two toilets as tits?
Oh,
I'm gonna make another meme.
That's a Halloween costume right there.
Toilet tits?
Yeah. Let's go as both versions.
Yeah, okay. Are you gonna be the toilet tits or are you gonna be the tits toilet?
I kind of want to be the full toilet that has tits.
Okay, and then I'll get two little toilets and I'll put it on my tits.
Yeah, perfect. And it's like strung around you like those coconut
yeah.
Like
the coconut bras.
Yeah.
Oh man. We're not even talking about the post because toilet tits happened.
Toilet tits is way better than the post.
Toilet tits is so good, dude. All right, right into the pod. Tell us what you think toilet tits would look like.
Now we got to post about that. Okay,
yeah, no,
logistics.
I'll make a meme.
All right.
It'll be like the horse motorcycle.
Yeah.
We just like combining two stupid things.
I don't know what to say about this situation, though.
I think that he's right.
I kind of think he's right, too. And
also,
obviously, it was just him being absurd. Like,
yeah.
He got kicked out of everything for saying something stupid.
Yeah.
That was also fun.
Yeah.
That was probably the best moment at that party.
I'm also sure that there's other people in the family who know what she's like.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm glad that you stood up to her because she's like kind of a cunt.
Even if you did it in your own weird way, like you said something.
Yeah. You were like, hey, aunt. Hey, Auntie Anne, show me those tits.
Wait, what did he say first? Hey, why don't you put your tit in my mouth while I act like a baby?
Okay, first of all, you're just doing an impression of me.
Yeah. I'm going to suck that dumb dick. That's you.
Hey, Mook, there's something wrong with your breast. This is a real thing that my uncle said. He's like, hey, Mook, there's something wrong with your breast. And she's like, what? And he's like, it's not in my fucking mouth. In front of all of my cousins.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
It's
he
funny.
did that. Yeah. If they were Irish white trash from Boston, it would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
But instead, they were something else.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I've done something like this before.
Put your titty in somebody's mouth? You
Like,
absolutely have. I know
said
for a fact.
something. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have. Well, it's been a while. I was trying to imagine. And I was like, there's no clear imagery here because it's been like a year since that happened, probably.
Really?
I don't know. No, I think my memory's just
I feel like that's one
distorted.
of the first things that dudes do.
Yeah, I think it's just been a while since I had sex at all. So
Yeah, I guess so.
it feels like every part of it's really distant. You know?
Yeah, no, same.
Hey, DM me. Don't. I
Please
won't.
don't DM her.
Don't DM me.
Everybody DM Brittany and be like, show me those tits.
And then we'll send you a picture of the Photoshop toilet with tits.
Yeah. Oh, we should start an OnlyFans where I just Photoshop tits on everything.
It's just that.
Dude, honestly,
This is a business.
This
is the business my dad... That's where it started. I forgot that's where it started. I forgot that's why we said it. I thought it was a new idea. I thought I just came up with it.
show us those toilet tits.